puck out of your own net for the last little while. Over the last couple of days, you guys have had a chance to practice. What are some of the things you feel like you guys have been working on that you need to do in the game?
Yeah, I think it's just, for us, it's controlling the game more than chasing it. And, I feel me personally just chasing the game a little bit in the first periods. We come out and the other team's holding on to the pucks more and having a little more time and space than we'd like to give them. So I think that's going to be a big thing for us. And just play with it, have possession with it more, and create more of our own chances.
And on that note, the consistency, like you guys gave up an average of, I think, 6 goals and the 2 losses on the road, but then on 2 wins, you're giving up only 2. How do you kind of find that consistency?
Yeah, we know the feeling, what it's like when we're playing good. And like you say, when we're not giving the other team much and their scoring chances are coming not too often. So, I mean, that's the recipe for us for success, as it is in any team in the NHL. And so that's what we aspire to be every game, and we're looking to build that around here.
A couple of the guys were talking about being better at home. I mean, I don't think you have like a road game necessarily in a home game. It's early in the season? Is that not necessarily a concern, but is it something you're kind of going, hey, we'd like to be a little bit better at home?
Yeah, absolutely. There's obviously lots of perks you get playing at home, just the comfort level being in your own house, not traveling around different hotels, and obviously having our own fan base here, giving us momentum throughout the game. So those are things you got to take advantage of. It's not easy to win in this league, and anytime you get the home ice advantage, you got to take advantage and make sure you're on your game, ready to go.
On that note, facing the LA Kings, a team that you guys eliminated from the playoffs, knowing that, do you anticipate they're going to come in here and be ready to go with maybe some extra energy against you guys? Yeah,
you got to think they're hungry. That was a good series we had against them, and I'm sure they're pretty upset with the turnout that happened for them. And so, you can expect that. Any team coming in, but especially a little added motivation for them.
You guys give up, at least going into last night's game, I think it was the 3rd most shots against per game in the league. But not all shots on goal are created equally either. How do you view that stat?
Yeah, I think so. It's a little mix of both. There's times where we're giving up way too many grade A scoring chances, and there are times where teams are just funneling pucks on net, and that's the way it goes. So, but you look at what you're giving up and the quality chances at the end of the day, and there's still too many of those.
Just on a personal note, I know we've kind of talked off camera, but you had quite the, it's not that it's not enough to be in a series, goes to Game 7. You became a dad during that. Can you kind of just describe everything that was sort of going on with you when normally that time of the year people are focused on the game?
Yeah, there was no shortage of excitement, and for a few days there you're just running on adrenaline and the highs of what's happening with the birth of our daughter, and then going into Game 7 and ended up winning the game. So that's a moment in my life I'll never forget, just everything surrounding those 2-3 days.
Well, just back to the chances in defending. How, when a team's not scoring goals, it's kind of, there's things you try and do to get them in. When it's a matter of defending, is it an easier fix? Like, can tightening up defensively be?
Yeah, I think so. It's not as simple as saying, okay, we got to tighten up defensively, because then you kind of shrink back in your zone and you never have the puck, and the other team's circling around, getting momentum all game. So I think it's one of those things, and every team, I think, goes through it. They want to be better defensively, want to spend less time in their zone and give up less scoring chances. So that's something every team, not just us right now in particular, strives to be. But, you want to, at the end of the day, in the playoffs and everything, good defense wins games.